Modify attribute using formula lets you identify whether this is a solid or a point. I have this attribute called task type. It's empty. Here's a point. That's empty. Select both of those. Run the tool. And now you'll see solid point. Good morning, Deswik users. Today I'm going to be talking about modify attributes using formula. I've got two entities here. One is a point with some attributes but no values in the attributes, and then one's a solid. Again, the attributes have not been populated. And what I want to do is they're on this layer called 255 FWZ40. 255 is the level, FWZ is the mine zone, and 40 is the stope number. And what I want to do is I want to take those values and put them here. So let's get started. First thing you do, select these and go to modify attributes using formula right here. Now I'm gonna start fresh, and this over here, you hit this new button, you add some groups of rules over here. So this is a group of rule 1, and right here I can have 100 different rules. It'll run those, and then you can go to the next one, run those. So then you come over here, you hit the new button on this side, and the attribute. So let's first do the level. We want to take this 255 and put it into this attribute level right here. So what you do is you pick a level, the attribute you want to put it in. You pick the data type. This is going to be an integer. And the group. The group is just this thing right here. It's just a way to organize your data. I have two groups. I have 01 planning, 02 import. Level is in 01 planning, so I'm going to keep it in 01 planning. This is just a comment. Wait, populate level. Just a little comment notes. Formula. You click on that little box, brings up this. There's three windows here. You have the fields, the functions, and additional options. The fields are going to be, you can already see the groups right here. Planning, we have those. Imports, and then your standard. These are like volume, length, X, Y, Z, all those things. Over here you have functions. So like for instance, if you want to do if, just like in Excel, you have an if statement. If you just hold your cursor over there, you can kind of get a glimpse of what it means. If the expression to evaluate, item if true, item if false. You can say inside. So is inside. So what you can do is you say if the point is inside the solid, then give it this value, otherwise give it that value. But for today, what we are going to do is called parse. Parse position. Double click on that, brings it up here. Field or text. Well, we want this right here. It's not over here in our attributes. It's over here in the layer name. This is your layer control. This is your layer name. So let's type in layer, and you get layer name first, layer name last. Now layer name, what is layer name? Well, if you come over here to layer, it's this big thing right here, 0/00 import /255 FWZ40. We don't care about the parent layers. We don't care about this import layer. All we care about is the last. So that's what this is, layer name last. We just want this last little bit. If you want the first little bit, you do this one. If you want the whole thing, you do that one. So what you do, you click on this field or text, layer name last, double click, and boom, it populates. Delimiter. That is underscore. It's the thing in between. If you have, a dot or a dash or something, whatever you have. For me, I have an underscore. If you put underscore, it's not going to work. What you have to do is you have to put quotes, underscore, quotes. Position. This is position 0. This is position 1. This is position 2. We want position 0. Check down here. Formula is valid. Green check. So we're good to go. That's how you do the formula. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit apply formula, and you will see that this level will be populated with 255. Let's see if it works. 255, there we go. Now let's do the next one, which is mine zone. This is a string because it's FWZ, it's characters. We're gonna just copy and paste that. Populate mine zone. And I'm just gonna copy and paste this because all we need to do is just change that from a 0 to a 1. And let's do one more. We're gonna do the stope number. This is going to be an integer. Same thing. Stope name. And all we got to do is change that to a 2. Now when I hit apply formula, watch up here and you'll see this mine zone and stope number populate. FWZ 40. There we go. Now a couple things. Perform calculations in grid order. That means that if you have this checked, it's going to do this one first, this one second, this one third. If you have it unchecked, it does all of them at the same time or random order. I'm not sure. But if you want to do them in order, click this. Because sometimes you do something here like calculate volume, and then you take that volume and you apply a tonnage factor and you get tons here, and then you take the tons and you add a dilution. That's an example of where you want it in grid order. First do this one, then this one, then this one. The other thing to note is this selected entities, and it even counts them. You have 2. You can do visible entities or active layer or whatever. I like to do this selected. Make sure you select them, whatever your preference is. And then the other thing to note is you can hit this apply formula just like I've been doing, and it runs it and it keeps this window open so you can keep working. If you want to close it, if you want to run and close, you hit OK. If you hit OK, it runs it and it exits the window. I want to do one more just to show you guys some more fun stuff. I'm going to do stope volume. And I'm going to put these in a new group just so you can see how this works. I'm going to call it 03 stopes. And I'm going to have all the stope information in 03 stope. Stope volume. Stope volume. So what I need to do here is I need to change this to volume. Right there. But not only do I want to do volume, I want to do round. You just type in round there. Again, fill their value. We want the volume. And a decimal place, we're just going to round it to the 0 decimal place. Hit OK. Now, when you watch it, when I hit this button, it's going to create a new group called 03 down below. And we'll have to open it up and you'll see the results. See, it moved that stope number from this one down to here. And the reason why that one's grayed out is because this one, the volume is probably 0 since it's a point. And the volume here is 117. Now we can do one more and just do something random stuff. We'll leave it in there. Random. This is gonna make no sense. We're gonna do if expression to evaluate volume is greater than 1. We're gonna say it's big, or we're gonna say solid, and here we're gonna say point. Let's just say if it's greater than 0. And you see how I'm getting a red X? Missing bracket. I'm missing something. See, and it gives you a little hint of what it is. I can see it right now. So when you get the green check marks, you're good. So what it's going to do, if the volume is greater than 0, it's going to call it a solid. If it's less than 0, it's going to give it a point. And this is going to be a string. I'm going to change this to type. Yeah. Task type. Sure. Let's hit OK. Boom. See, that's a solid. Oh, it didn't do that because I didn't have it selected. So let's do it again. Modify attributes, hit OK. Let's see. Point. Solid. So the modify attributes using formula is a very powerful tool. You can do a lot of cool things with it. There's a lot of things in there. If you need help, if you need more help with it, all you need to do is click on this and it will give you, go into formula builder and look up the equations, look up all that stuff. There's a lot of cool things to do. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.